So today we're going to be talking about what car, tune, and upgrades you need to have the ability to drift in Forza Motorsports. I know with the new upgrading system, it's a bit weird, so you really have to commit to that car, and I sat back and thought, what car is a good drift car that I know no matter what I upgrade, it'll be a good drift car, and I decided to pick the E36 M3. You know, of course, there's the S chassis, 240, all the M3s basically, you know, E36, E46, E92, Miata RX-7s, but I just went with the E36 M3 because I knew it would, you know, shred some tire. So, for upgrading, I didn't convert the engine, you know, I didn't do an engine swap, which you probably could, of course you could, but I just decided to keep it stock, and then upgrade all the fuel and air, and then I upgraded all the engine, upgraded all of the platform and handling, minus the ballast. I don't need, you know, to weigh this car down. I put two 45s and two 65s on the rear, or front and rear, and then I kept it a street compound. If you know, engine swap and you make more power than me, I recommend going to sport, but I like street because it allows me to throw a little bit more angle and it doesn't hook as much because I'm not making, I like slower cars, but they're also quicker. I mean, this is probably making 500 horsepower. Don't forget to put on drift suspension. You know, you'll need that to throw some angle down. And then wheels and your wheel size doesn't matter. And then I upgraded all of this: clutch, transmission, differential, drivetrain, and then you can throw whatever aero you want on it, you know, body kit. I just threw it to look fancy. And then I threw a single turbo on, so once you click that single turbo right here, you will have to go back over into the engine area and upgrade that turbo, which will be right here actually in the fuel and air. For the tuning, I like to keep my tire pressure at 28 psi on both rear and front. For the gearing, you can copy this. If you don't like drifting in second, third, fourth, fifth, you know, downshifting, upshifting, basically change fifth to fourth, fourth to third, and third to second. I just like drifting in fourth and fifth, and I know some people like drifting in third and second. For the alignment, just copy all of this, and then you want to get your steering angle as high as it can at 60% or 60 degrees. And then anti-rolling bars, copy this. Your springs and ride height needs to be all the way low. Your springs need to be this. And then your bump stiffness and rebound stiffness will be identical, 6 and 3.1, 6 and 3.1. I kept the suspension geometry the same. That's a whole different field. I do tune my cars in all the previous Forzas, but I have not learned any of this, and for this tune it seems to work perfectly fine. I'm sure you can throw and hold angle better with it, but I'm just trying to get into drifting and Forza Motorsports right away. The aero doesn't need to change. Brake will be at 10%. You can even put it at 0%, and then your braking force will be at 90%. And then differential is at 80-80, and that you can change that. And then the steering wheel is also this. So let's test this out and see how it drifts. I've tested it out already and I'm super happy with it. And I am playing on controller, so this is definitely controller friendly. And yeah, I mean, to begin with, it's a good start. I know a lot of people just really want to get into drifting, and every time I feel like a Forza comes out, it feels like it's different mechanics and feeling and tuning wise. So when I pulled this car out, tuned it, upgraded it, and fanted around with it, I was super happy with it. And I think for the next week I'll keep this. I was scared to change the tuning so I didn't mess up the car. And probably after a week later I'll definitely come back, upgrade it more, change the tune so it drifts better, holds angle better. But it really feels like I am driving the car rather than the car driving myself. And I know that's contradicting and drifting wise, because a lot of the time the car is drifting on its own, but it feels authentic to Forza 7 Motorsports, which I love the drifting in that game. And the previous Horizons, I just feel it feels numb, and I was super excited for a new motorsport, new drifting, and just coming back to the roots. I grew up on Forza Motorsports, so super happy with the car, and I have tested it out on other tracks, and it works really well. So yeah, I might make an update on how this tune is. I'll also, if I haven't even checked, but if you can upload tunes on Forza Motorsports like you could in the previous ones, I will upload this and I'll put it underneath the description here what the name is called, and it'll probably just be Taco E36 tune, so look out for that. And here's some clips of me drifting on different maps.